Hey guys, it's me, your bestie. Just kidding. Oh my lordy. As I was beginning this video a few seconds ago, I heard remembering how it was. I dropped my cards. I only have 3 pulled. I had to put them back. How I remembered the way they were. I heard remembering the way it was. Somebody is doing a lot of remembering how things used to be. This could be you. This could be me. Just kidding. This could be somebody in your vicinity. Somebody's remembering. Also, shout out to the new haircut that I gave myself. Got a little bit of bangs. I like this ear action. I used to hate my ears, and now I've gotten over it. Somebody is remembering, without a doubt, I'm hearing, how things were. Okay, I wouldn't say regretful. Things are moving forward. People are moving forward. People are finding their own light in their lives. But people are remembering how things used to be, and it is helping them process things in the present moment. That is for someone. In the recent past, we have the Chariot. We have Cancerian energy. It's funny because 2026 is the Chinese zodiac year of the fire horse. Okay? Lots of horse energy has been coming up into my reality as of recent as well. Lots of galloping, lots of movement, lots of fast-paced, joyous, playful movement. In the recent past, with the Chariot being there, you moved away from something. You moved away from maybe overthinking. Maybe you thought about the past a lot, and that's something that you're moving away from. Maybe you're moving away from people of the past, or maybe they are moving away from you. But there is a lot of movement towards something and away from something. What are we moving towards? You guys are moving towards the sun. You're moving towards happiness. You're moving towards what lights you up. You're moving away from dwelling. You are moving away from missing things and people. You are always going to miss people and things, but you're moving more into a very present energy with yourself, which brings you into a more present energy with those around you. That doesn't mean that you're not facing things. That doesn't mean that you're not dealing with negative emotions. It just means that you are actually present enough to feel yourself experiencing negative emotions. And now you want to decode them and release them rather than live in them. I feel there is an energy here of there were things and or people, realities, outcomes of friendships, romantic connections, family member cords, familial bonds, siblings maybe, cousins, mother, father. There are bonds here. There are important, strong, identifying bonds that were building you to be who you were, and they are no longer. You are being your actual authentic identity. You are on your own journey. You are finding oneself and sovereignty. I love you. 11:22 on my clock. You are getting better at perceiving, which is funny because in the upcoming energy, these cards have been coming out. I mean, since I got this deck, these have been in the collective a lot. Ace of Swords. There is an era going on at the end of 2025, if this is when you are watching it. Whenever you see this is when you are supposed to, but right now as I'm recording this, it is the winter solstice today, so God bless. I hope you guys all enjoy it. But what I was going to say at the beginning of that last video was, there is a sensation of getting close to and or absolutely mastering what you are looking for in connection. And it may be very different from what you thought you wanted prior. You may be realizing that it's not always rainbows and butterflies, it's compromise that moves us along. Okay, yeah. Listen, it's not always rainbows and butterflies, and you're realizing this. So you're no longer looking for perfection in friendships or in a partner, but you are looking for authenticity. If you can be yourself completely, this is what you are building in your reality. You also know what you don't want. You know what you don't want your body, mind, and spirit to feel like in connections. You don't want to be around people that you need to walk on eggshells around. You don't want to be in connections where you have to put on a show. Meaning you don't have to entertain people. I used to be in friendships, not all of them, but some of them, where I felt myself moving into the energy of the main attraction. Like I was their fucking like monkey, like the monkey that plays their tambourines, whatever it's called. Phantom of the Opera, the fucking masquerade. Okay, I felt weird. If you ever so softly have to shift yourself to fit into a social event, social gathering, family gathering, friend gathering, if you feel like you have to swallow your truths, if you feel like you can't fully express your actual self, you are no longer going to those places. You are no longer in those connections. You are no longer entertaining people and their narrative. You are no longer a part of their simulation as a side character. You are humbly and wholly, purely, pure intendedly your own main character in your own reality now. And I'm getting where you are heading, the places that you are about to embark towards, and the people that are going to be at those places connecting with you. They're creating space right now for your arrival, and you are creating space to connect with them. You are going to move forward from this point on as your sovereign self, as your actual true self. I was going to say loving self, but I don't want to get this all effed up here. We're not all shits and giggles in the spiritual community or in life. Let's just call it life. We're not all happy. We're not all happy-go-lucky. We're not all, it's okay. No, we're like, we say what needs to change, and we say what is fucking weird in this world. It's not that we blurt things out and don't have a filter. For an example, at my physical work location, I'm not going to share controversial opinions. I'm not going to get into political conversations, religious conversations. I'm not going to enter a realm of topic that is inappropriate for such a place. I'm not there to make friends, although I've made great connections there with people that I know I will continue connecting with beyond if I ever leave there, which I don't know yet. But what I'm saying is, you're very real, and the types of people that you're moving towards are very real. You don't put up with BS. They don't put up with BS. There are no more games where you are going. There's no more mind games. It's just truth. But with the people that you are about to connect with in the upcoming energies that I'm getting, you will be able to express yourself. No matter how controversial, no matter how out there, no matter how woo-woo, no matter how out of touch any conversation might seem, because those are the fun ones that you like to have or like to observe. You might listen to podcasts, you might listen to readings, you might like this, you might indulge in, I don't know what you do, but whatever you do, you observe, you listen, you're keen with perception, and that's only growing in the upcoming energies. You're going to be doodling, sketching, drawing, writing, sharing, singing, raging in a good way. You're going to be releasing in a healthy way. I also feel like these past few years or months, it could have felt like years, or it could have been these last few years have been a period of isolation for you with the Hermit, a period of contemplation for you, a period of introspection, maybe not constant. You have life experiences during these past few years. You have things you went through that really helped shape and mold you, specifically you, your individual essence, aura, personality, identity, consciousness. You are becoming love, even though I know you already are love. You're becoming your version of love. You're becoming your future self now. And what I mean by you are becoming your future self now, you're learning the game, you're learning the matrix, you're learning the system, you're learning that we are experiencing this reality through our brain. We are visually receiving information that is frequencies that are transmitted into our consciousness as our reality. And whatever you are needing to move through in your internal realm, whatever needs to be released is manifesting in the physical. And the closer you get to full ascension, full enlightenment, full acceptance of oneself, and oneself becoming one with it all, you have less things to go through that are negative. But you are also becoming the rockin', bangin', punk-ass grandma, grandpa energy that you will be down the line, or that, if you don't, we're not going to get into the logistics of this, but this is a collective reading. I'm saying that you are all of the versions of you. You are the young version of you, you are the present version of you, and you are also the future wisest version of you, and you're all merging into one. You are integrating with your actual essence. You will always know who you are from this point on. Nobody's ever going to detour you from recognizing your own frequency. You're like, wait, that's who I am. That's what I like. I like the way they dress. That's so me. I like that jewelry. I like that TV show. I like this music. You know who you truly are. You're basically becoming your own best friend. You are accepting and loving the facets of yourself that you once may have shunned or cocooned. You cocooned in order to truly transform Maybe you released some things and some parts of you and let them go to see if they would truly come back around and see if they are truly who you are. Well, you may be finding out during this time, because it's coming up, that you know who you are. You are actually really remembering your inner child, inner teenager. You are really connecting to your essence during this time. That is the main message of this reading. You are connecting to your soul very deeply. You went from having so many, I don't want to say demons attached to you, because that's so... You went from having so much density, so much heaviness, so much anxiety, depression. You may have had very low thoughts in your life about yourself, about things, violence, intrusive thoughts, unwanted thoughts. Not meaning to trigger anybody, but you might have just went through so much darkness that you didn't understand why you were going through all this darkness, or how it even manifested into your life or into your consciousness. But you did all of that and experienced all of that for the greater good, and it did not go unnoticed. You are literally helping the planet evolve into higher states so that we can transcend as an entire human race. You transmuted and alchemized a lot of your lineages, wounds, things that have been pushed and pushed and pushed to deal with in the next generation, deal with in the next generation, deal with in the next generation, until it landed on you. And you know who you are. You are that expert level, I'ma do this shit, I'ma do this shit. If they're not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. That's you. So you are like, no, I got this shit. Well, it was a lot more crazy than you thought it was gonna be, but you've come out of it beautifully. And this entire time that you've been on assignment in this life, the entire time that you've been moving through these hardships, these traumas, misunderstandings, feeling unequal, feeling inadequate, feeling like misunderstood all the time. You went through all these things, and there's far more on the list of things, but you went through these very heavy emotions and experiences because you're going to teach a lot of people in your future and in their future. You're going to be a leader. And I'm also getting that no matter how many times you fell and failed and felt like you weren't going to get back up again, you did. And it feels exhausting, and it feels draining, and it feels like you haven't reaped the rewards of your hard work completely yet. But it feels like you are going to experience way more greatness than you ever have darkness, and that it's going to be so surprising but beautiful. And I know you may not like surprises, you like to know what's coming, but this one is worth it, and you will be surprised. And no matter how many people in your life did not believe in you, there was this thing, this faith, this unrelenting force, Skyrim reference, Elder Scroll. There was an unrelenting force of nature in your soul that was like, I trust this. You might have even been put through the worst trials and errors, dangerous situations, living situations, poverty, poorness, terrible things. You pushed through. You knew there was purpose. You knew God's plan was going to unfold, and you will be proven right, and people will see the truth. And I do want to just throw in here, some of the people that have thrown you shade, some of the people that have thrown you that evil eye, that jealousy, they didn't mean to. They loved you. They loved your atmosphere. They loved your energy. They loved your presence. But some of these people could not handle the amount of faith and trust that you had in yourself and in this reality. I was going to say simulation, but we are in a physical reality. I don't want to detach or desensitize the realness of this. Some people could not handle that you were that connected to the future, but you knew that you were. They tried to get you to disbelieve in yourself. And your dues will be paid off. Every time that it may have come off like you were in a state of mania, losing it, manic, psychotic, schizophrenic, disoriented, disorganized in the mind. Every single time and thing that you did or said or experienced that puts you in somebody's perception as not sovereign will be corrected in due timing. There will be a mass awakening where people think back to every moment that you were involved in, and they will connect the dots, and they will see that you always had God right here, and that you were always speaking and seeing with and from God. A lot of people didn't realize that the state of mind or spiritual part of our journey we were on when they were around us was a very crucial part or state that we were in. Because now that we, collective, whoever is resonating, only take what resonates, leave behind what does not fit for you, we are coming into a period of energy, a period on our collective journey where we are proving ourselves right about everything we told ourselves that was going to occur. And we are realizing our innate sacred power. I don't want to say power in a negative way, but our insight is real. But collective, don't get it fucked up. You are so intelligent, and I already know that you know this. I already know that you feel, in some sense and facets of the nature of the word, you may even feel slightly genius, untapped wisdom, sacred ancient codes, remembrances from things that you cannot literally explain from today's knowledge that is being taught. And that is your testimony to knowing yourself. That's it. Your transformation is complete. You're going to connect deeply and deeper and deeper and deeper to yourself until the whole world knows who you are. And there still may be some people, and this is purposeful, there still may be some people that get you to forget who the fuck you are. That will be over soon. Let's just say the end of this year, because that's when I'm recording this, but the end of whenever you see this, the end that you're going through, the end of the month, the end of the moon phase, the end of the year, the end of this age that you're at, the end of whatever phase of life you are at right now, the end of this energy that we are releasing during whatever moment you're watching this. The end of this moment is saying goodbye to the lack of trust in your intuition is gone. We know now. So just know what is coming next up in your timeline, in your suggested experiences. No, I'm just kidding. What's coming up next for you, collective, if you are resonating, is a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. You know that song? Be a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. Okay. You've got this on lock. You've come out of that cocoon. People are not going to even understand what happened to you during that time of your life. But that's fine. They'll see the outcome and they'll be like, whoa, that's what time away does for people? And then they're going to want to do it too. You found out who you are, boo, without any shackles. And just a quick reminder, with love, always with love, but also boundaries, do not seek old commitments, friendships, family members, if there isn't pure intentions from both ends. And with our discernment, with our intuition that we now can trust without a doubt with every fiber of our being, because that is what this time has done for us, is connect us to that part of our intuition and our trust in our own knowings. You will meet better people, and you will meet people that are aligned with you. You don't got to go backwards. God has a plan, and God knows the people you want to connect with. You're already connected. Everything is absolutely divine. Your desires, the connections that are coming, the past is the past. And it's beautiful that it's the past. Your inner child, your essence, that will always, always eternally be you, even after this physical life. You're proud of yourself. You're proud of yourself. And it's getting easier and easier to comprehend that you are proud of yourself. And you no longer need other people to be proud of you. And you no longer need other people to validate you or tell you that where you're heading is correct for you. You know it is. I'm going to leave it right here. Don't worry about how your messages are received. This is the last message I'm getting. If you know they're coming from a place of you're meant to share. You're meant to share your experiences. You're meant to share what they did and how you navigated them. So don't be afraid of how they're being received. Speak from your soul, and the right people will connect with it. I love you. Thank you all for being here. I love every single one of you.